It's week 4 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pats and the 49ers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on it. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They were winners last time. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the 3rd overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And when you watch him play, you see even early in his NFL career, he's a guy who has the ability to change a game with his legs, and that's really important early on to understand who he is. And his coaching staff, they do. I think they're going to let him freewheel it a bit out there because they know how difficult it is for defenses to try and keep him hemmed in.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. On play action, May. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Throwing here is May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And he will have a Patriots first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The slot man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. From the 21, here's the 2nd down and 9. They run once more with Stevenson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3rd down and 6. To throw, it's May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kayshon Boutte, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his third NFL season now out of Iowa State.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 17 carries, 59 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Niners at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Purdy looking to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Touchdown! George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll throw with May. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the shotgun, May with it. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they let the throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Sly able to put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense. Basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back to throw, Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Purdy from the gun. And this is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll come up now 3rd and 9 as they've got it as we resume action. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Shifts by him. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Purdy now to throw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up. So hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Out of the gun, Purdy. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerendo. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. To the air, May. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's May. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Purdy. Pass to Ayuk, and he's got him on the comeback route. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Guerendo on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Guerendo. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 42. New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. Defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Purdy off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Purdy. And it's caught. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Garindo. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Isaac Garindo, his 1st rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England's offense set to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. To throw, it's May. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as he'll get this down to the 41. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing here is May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. This now a 3rd and 4. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Niners offense had Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Juwan Bentley there to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, where you see the final score there. Jaden Daniels leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Teddy Bridgewater, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A give running left now, Garindo. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 43, here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the Patriots' 43-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Purdy. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him the first down. Handoff here, Guerendo. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Purdy going to give this one to Mason. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. KJ Hamler, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Purdy from the gun. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's got the first and 5 yards on the play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Another try for Guerrero. And that one opened up for him. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Purdy now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Throwing here, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw. May. And his throw here is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college. and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Purdy completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Here's May. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Open man is Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 1st-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Douglas, the man in motion. To the air, May. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. To throw, it's May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down, here's May. That pass complete, here's Butte with it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Throwing here is May. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll throw with May. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kayshon Boutte with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
That's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On the give, it's Garindo. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Garindo. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 79 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run with Garindo. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
On for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Oh,
always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
This is 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's 2nd down. There's the rookie from Washington. That's Jalen Polk. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced him.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Escapes the sack. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.